it is holiday season, it is sale season, and there's a pretty big sale starting today. If you are a VIB Rouge person over at Sephora, today is the beginning of the Sephora Holiday Beauty event. I should point out very emphatically, this video is not sponsored. I used to do quite a few sponsored videos for Sephora, but I have found that it is much more fun for me to not have any kind of constraints on what I can say or can't say. And Sephora is one of those brands that is very nitpicky about the words you use. For instance, I was never allowed to refer to their annual sales as sales. They had to be events, so not sponsored. But a lot of you love shopping at Sephora, and I do like shopping there for some specific items. Let's pause while Rowdy gets a drink. Okay, Rowdy's fully hydrated. Let's get back to this. So now it's Mimi's turn. Let's get back to it now. All right, so like I was saying before everybody decided to take a drink right now, is that the Sephora VIB holiday event sale, whatever, starts today, Friday, November 5th. If you are a Rouge member, which means you get 20% off. For those of us that are VIB status, that's me, that's the second tier down, we get 15% off, and that starts the 9th. If you are an insider, I can't remember what that monetary cutoff is, you get 10% off, and you can start shopping the sale on the 11th. Everybody's sale ends on the 15th, but all of the Sephora brand makeup is on sale for everyone starting today at 30% off. I'll have the code and all that info again, of course, in the description box. Now, I'm going to give you two things. I'm going to give you my own personal wish list. I'm not saying I'm going to buy all 10 things, but these are the 10 items that are on my wish list, and I'm also going to give you some recommendations. I want to stress, if you're not a Rouge member, so you're not getting that 20% discount, this might not be the best sale out there. I would say, of course, check out the sale at Sephora, but also check out other retailers that are really known for price matching, like Nordstrom and Macy's, I know, will usually offer price matching either directly on their website, or if you just call and say, hey, can you match the Sephora price? Many times they will. Also check directly to the brand itself website. For instance, like I'm going to talk about Natasha Denona. Check the Natasha Denona site, see if they're running any kind of sale, because at the end of the day, I want you to not only trust my recommendations, but I want you to make the most of your purchases and make your money go as far as it can. So check all those places, and I'll list everything that I can as far as direct links and stuff down in the description box to make that easier for you. All right, let's jump into my personal wish list. No particular order. First thing on the list is something from Natasha Denona. Now, I have quite a few of her eyeshadow palettes, and we'll get to those in the recommendations part, but I don't have anything else from her product line, and I was eyeing the Bronze and Glow Duo because it's already a good price on its own, but it gives me two products for the price of one, and it's not a huge single product, because if I don't really love the product, then I won't have wasted too much money on a really big single item and I'm never gonna get through. I like the concept of a duo, so it's a good price already without the discount, and it's a perfect size to try, so that is on my wish list. Number 2 on my wish list is again something from Natasha Denona, and that is her Biba palette, the all neutral eyeshadow palette, and this is a pricey one. And the reason that I picked this one out of all of her other larger palettes, like the bronze palette, sunset, like there's a whole bunch of them, is because if I'm gonna spend this much money on a palette, I need to want to use and be able to confidently wear pretty much every single color in the palette. And an all neutral palette, pretty good bet, I'm gonna find a use for every single shade in that palette. So that is high on my list, closely followed by something that has been on my wish list every time I do a Sephora recommendations video, and that is the Pat McGrath Mothership. I think it's the 6. It's the Bronze Seduction palette. No, it's the 5. Pretty much it's the 5. And it's the same concept. It seems like the most user-friendly for those of us that aren't all that adventurous in our eyeshadow selections. I like the more neutral, I don't want to say classic, but not all that adventurous looks. Let's go there. And this one seems to have the most, for me, wearable selection. The reason why I'm leaning more towards the Biba over the Mothership, and why I've never pulled the trigger on the Mothership, is because they're about the same price, but you get way more shadows for the Biba than you do for the Pat McGrath. If any of you have both of these palettes, I would love to hear from you which one you think I would enjoy more. I do have a pretty huge eyeshadow collection, so maybe at this point I need to get something that's just a little more unique. I can talk myself into either one. I need you to help me swing the vote one way or the other. So please let me know in the comments below. All right, number 4, this is on my wish list, but spoiler alert, after I made up my wish list, I went ahead and bought this in a different sale that is no longer available. And it is the Tarte highlighter in the shade Exposed. I've heard quite a few people that I really trust in the influencer sphere rave about this, particularly Kathleen Jennings Beauty loves this highlighter. Tarte recently, like the beginning of this week, had a 48-hour sale where it was $65 for 7 full price items, and one of the items you could pick was the Tarte Exposed highlighter. So I went ahead and bought that. Hasn't gotten here yet. I did get that, I noticed that it shipped, so that's kind of exciting. And I can share that later when it arrives, but it's technically still on my wish list because I don't own it yet, but it's heading my way. Now, number 5 is kind of random, but I've suddenly gotten into lining my lips. They're lined today, and we'll talk about that on the recommendation side. And I feel like I just need to kind of update some of my lip liners. I did get the new BK Beauty ones. They are fabulous. There are 2 in particular that I really, really like, but I want one that's like basically the exact same color as my lips, and that's a little bit tricky. And the one that I found from swatching and stalking the internet, it's by Smashbox. It's their lip pencil in Natural Rose. That's how it's listed on the Sephora website. When I found it at the Ulta website, it's listed as Fair Neutral Rose. What's kind of cool about these Smashbox lip liners is that they have different levels of, it's not the word I wanted. They have different kinds of deepness. So there is a fair neutral rose, someone my skin tone. There is a more medium, deeper one for someone with a deeper complexion, or someone who wants just a darker lip liner. So I think that's pretty neat. They came highly recommended, so those are sitting on my wish list. This one I'm on the fence about. Number 6 is the Dior Forever Glow Foundation. I had looked at this a long time ago, and I feel like maybe Nordstrom was sold out of my shade. I think that was why. No, I remember what it was. It came on my radar during COVID when the stores were open again, at least in Texas, but you couldn't get samples, you couldn't swatch. And it was really frustrating because, especially for foundation, you want to be able to swatch, especially when it's not an inexpensive foundation. And yes, Nordstrom in particular has an amazing return policy, and they would have let me take it back, but I just felt like it was such a waste of product because you know they can't sell that again. It's just gonna go in the trash. So I held off. I even went on the Sephora website to see if I could match it from home using their shade finder, and they couldn't recommend a shade. So I'm still on the fence of whether or not I want to pull the trigger. I could just go in person and buy it. That's probably what I'll do, is I'll just go to my local Sephora and do some swatching and figure it out. Again, back to y'all, if any of you wear my general shade in complexion products, let me know what shade you wear in the Dior Forever Glow. I used to love, I can't remember what it was exactly called. It was a Dior foundation. It was similar to this one, and I loved it. And then, of course, they discontinued it. So I'm kind of hoping that this is a similar formulation. Another complexion product is from Makeup Forever. And what is it called exactly? Their Matte Velvet Blurring Foundation. It's a powder foundation. It's in a little compact. Allie Janszen uses this, raves about it. And I don't want it necessarily as a foundation. It would be more to set my face, to add another layer of coverage if I'm especially wearing something a little lighter in the foundation. And also, I love a powder foundation in my bag so that I can touch up any parts of my face that maybe the foundation has worn off from eating, or a blemish pops up all of a sudden. And I love how thin and compact the Makeup Forever Compact is. So I've heard a lot of great things, and that is sitting on my radar, and the color I'm thinking is my shade is Y215. Number 8 on my wish list is a set of face masks. It's from Shiseido. It's their White Lucent Brightening Mask. And I can't remember, I think Shiseido a long time ago sent me one in PR, and I loved it. And I don't know why I haven't gone and bought another set of them. They're fabulous if you're looking for something that will whiten and brighten your face. This is not a permanent solution. It is a temporary fix to brighten your complexion, but you can definitely see a difference in your face from before and after. So save this for a day for a special occasion. I generally save my face masks for special occasion. Why would you go through all the trouble of putting on a face mask and then nobody see you the next day? I don't know. Anyway, so still on my wish list. One of these days, probably, full disclosure, not gonna get it this round because I did just purchase a different set of face masks that we'll talk about in recommendations. Okay, number 9, again on my wish list, is the Pura Diffuser Set. Now, you can get the Pura Diffuser Set at Anthropologie, obviously Sephora. I think you might be able to get it at Nordstrom as well. But again, if you can snatch this up at a discount, why not? Specifically, I want the Nest Holiday Set. The diffuser, it is what it is, but the 2 scents that come with it are the Holiday scent from Nest, and I think it's Birchwood Pine, which I don't love a pine scent. I don't celebrate Christmas, so I don't really need to simulate the smell of a Christmas tree in my house because I don't have one. But I would buy it alone just for that holiday scent. You can buy refills in all the different scents. Like you can get the Moroccan Amber scent, which is one of my favorites. You can get the holiday one all by itself, pumpkins, all the good ones. But I'm intrigued by this Pura diffuser. It's been on my radar for about a year, and I think now is the year to finally pull that trigger. And then the last thing on my wish list, it's actually 2 products, and this is to sound insane. I tend to stick to 1 or 2 brands of skincare. I'm pretty loyal to what I use because I know it works for me. But there are a couple of brands that I get like gifts with purchase and I've used over the years, and I've loved them, and I keep meaning to buy the full size. And it's just I think I've recommended this before. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I got a jar in PR one year, and then I buy a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products, and many times they offer a pretty good size gift with purchase. I got one in the advent calendar last year. Anyway, my skin loves Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, which defies all logic because it is heavily scented, heavily perfumed. My skin should not react well to it. My skin is pretty sensitive. But when I use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream and the Charlotte Tilbury Night Cream, my skin looks amazing. So I'm kind of tempted, if it's on sale, of course it's on sale, to pick up another one. I would probably just stick with the Magic Cream. But the other moisturizer that I really, really love, that I've gotten like good, decent sizes from different things, is the La Mer. And I have it in the Moisturizing Soft Cream and then the other one. I can't remember. To me, they're interchangeable. I think each one addresses a slightly different set of issues, but I have deluxe sizes of both of these, and this is what I bring with me when I travel, and my skin loves it when I use the La Mer moisturizers. So maybe this season I pull the trigger on one. I don't know. So anyway, those are what are currently on my wish list. Am I gonna buy all of them? Of course not. We have budgets, but they're all sitting there waiting. All right, now let me get into my recommendations for you. These are not exclusive to Sephora, but if you shop in a sale or you are looking to get some stuff for yourself or gifts for other people, might as well take advantage of a discount. Okay, so number 1, pretty much my daily foundation, although not today. Check the description box. Under everything, I list first everything that I talk about, and then under that, I list everything that I'm wearing. If you're ever curious what's going on from here up, I list all that. But every day except today, I generally wear, lately, the La Mer foundation. This is my 2nd or 3rd bottle, and I think you can see it's pretty low. I'll probably take advantage of that sale and get this. They've raised the price again since the last time I bought this, and I don't care. I will keep buying it. I wear it in the shade Ivory. It is just a fabulous foundation. It looks good on everybody. It wears exceptionally well, and as the day goes on, it wears even better. And it makes your skin look incredible, but it is very, very lightweight feeling on the skin. I cannot recommend this enough. And yes, I know it is ridiculously expensive, but it is amazing. Number 2 on my list of recommendations for you is pretty much any eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. But specifically, if you want to just dip your toe in, I go for one of the smaller palettes. Today I am wearing probably, I have to say, my favorite and most worn, which is this mini Glam palette. Many times when I go on vacation, this is the only palette that I pack. I just love it. I'm wearing it pretty simply today, not a very dramatic eye, but you can really amp it up and deepen it and do the whole smoky eye. This leans a little warmer. If you like something that runs just a teeny bit cooler, I recommend which one is this? The Star palette. Now that shade at the end that looks green is not in fact green. I feel like it is very similar to Club from MAC way back when. It's brown, but it has a green shift to it. It's pretty neat. But this generally runs a little bit cooler or more neutral than the Glam palette. But I think all of her palettes, unless it's specifically a cool palette, tend to run a little warmer. Another one that I absolutely love and wear all the time is her Camel palette. It looks pretty monotone. It kind of is, but it's to me very wearable. And then this one I love, even though it is more cool tone. It's the only larger palette of hers I have, the Glam palette, the full-size Glam. It is mostly cool tone, but there are enough warmer or just true neutral shades, especially in the mattes area, that balance out all those cool tones that make this super, super wearable. So if you are eyeing this for yourself or thinking about giving this as a gift to someone else, I would say snatch this up, especially this season because it's not a new release anymore. I don't think it's going to sell out like it did last year. This recommendation is kind of, I don't even know how to explain it. So we all know and love the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. And we all know that Becca is no more, but that's not entirely true. From what I can understand, Smashbox bought Becca, or at least they bought the Shimmering Skin Perfector line, because you can now get it's the Smashbox X, Smashbox and Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. It's back under the Smashbox banner. So I just think it's beautiful, and I think everyone needs to have one, at least as a backup in their highlighter collection. And of course, it makes a lovely gift for anybody who loves makeup. So I definitely recommend grabbing that because I think that is probably going to sell out pretty quickly. Number 4, the reason why I haven't pulled the trigger on the Shiseido masks, and probably won't, is because I just bought another package of these. These are the SK2 facial treatment masks. This is a pack of 6. I think there's also a pack of 10. Just depends on how much money you feel like spending, because these are not inexpensive at all, but they do make a big difference in the appearance of my face, at least for that day. I completely ignore the directions and leave it on as long as I physically can before I have to take it off and get dressed. So these are amazing. And what's great about these, if you're feeling really spendy and generous, is you could buy the box and then split these up and put them with other items that I'm going to recommend later. But this is a big splurge. Again, if you're gonna get it, you might as well save a little money and not pay full price for these guys. Next on my list of recommendations is from Tom Ford. I try to recommend at least one really good fragrance in a sale, and I am just loving the Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I just finally bought the larger size. Of course, right after I did that, I found out they released a gift set that is the larger 1 ounce. I think this is 30 mil. I think that's 1 ounce. And the travel size together. But I did also find out, for those of you that maybe are in the same boat as me, I have the travel size. I bought this, I think, last year. And I have the tiniest bit left, and I was looking for a refill. And then I found out through Google that this top unscrews and this top unscrews, and if I just get a funnel, I can pour some into here. So that is all lovely. This is incredible. You can, of course, buy this all by itself or buy this all by itself. I recommend the gift set. Keep one for yourself, give the smaller one to somebody else. I don't know, just a thought. Okay, next, let's do some hair stuff. So I recently bought myself this lovely gift. It was not on sale, but it's during a Nordstrom Triple Points event, so I feel like got some money back on that. I love this hair straightener. I've talked about it before. I'll eventually do a full demo for you. I'm not quite there yet, but this is a fabulous, fabulous straightener. And on my wish list, if I had to add another thing, I would say their hair dryer. Even though I have quite a few different hair drying appliances that I love, my hairstylist uses the Dyson hair dryer, and I have to admit, it is super lightweight. That in and of itself is a great reason, and it's super quiet. So 20% off, 15% off, 10% off. Is it really making a dent? I don't know, but 20% off if you're Rouge like you. Grab one if you don't have it. The other hair appliances or hair tools that I wanted to recommend, what I use to curl my hair, actually this is second day. I like my hair curled better the next day after I've slept on it. It's gonna be this one. Especially if you're not great at curling your hair, this is the Bio-Ionic long barrel curling iron. It's the 1-inch barrel, and this long barrel makes it so much easier to get the full hair shaft and get a nice even wave in there. Much more user-friendly, and the fact that it has this longer unheated or heat-resistant tip so you can really get in there and work your hair, very, very user-friendly. Along with that, the hair dryer that I use to dry my hair about 85% of the way before I go in with one of the round brush drying things is the Bio-Ionic, I don't know what this is really called, 10X, I think, speed dryer. It's really, really lightweight. It's probably as light, might be lighter than the Dyson, but you know, it has this longer nozzle. One of the cool things I think about the Dyson is that it's pretty small in your hand, but this is significantly less than the Dyson. So if you didn't want to spend as much but still get a really, really good hair dryer, very much recommend the Bio Ionic. It wouldn't be a holiday beauty event without advent calendars. And once in a while, I get a little pushback on a Jewish girl recommending advent calendars. I do not understand why people have a problem with this. It's really simple. I enjoy celebrating my friends' birthdays. It is not my birthday. I am not getting any presents that day, but I enjoy helping my friends celebrate their birthday. Same idea with Christmas. Not my holiday. I don't celebrate it, but I kind of vicariously get the joy of my friends celebrating it. I enjoy helping them celebrate it. So why wouldn't I recommend something to help you celebrate your holiday? Now, even if you aren't Christian and don't celebrate Christmas and you're a beauty lover, it's a box full of tiny little fun makeup items. Who doesn't want that? So anyway, I need to recommend a few advent calendars that are carried at Sephora. There are quite a few, but the 3 that I think are the top of my list, the Charlotte Tilbury one, the box alone is stunning. I got that one, was it last year I got that one? It's beautiful. The IT Cosmetics one looks very appealing. It's 12 days instead of the 24, but still looks really nice. And then if you're a candle person, Value Spa has a 12-day one as well that looks really, really nice. So I want to recommend those. Before I get into more of the gifty part, I do also want to recommend what is sitting on my lips because it's a popular item during the Nordstrom anniversary sale and it sells out every year and it's carried now at Sephora. So if you missed out on it during the anniversary sale, smaller price point, it's the Charlotte Tilbury Pillowtalk Lip Kit. The one they're offering though has one extra kind of gloss in it. So you get the lipstick, you get the Pillowtalk lip liner, you get the Pillowtalk lip gloss, and then the Sephora kit also has the collagen lip bath. I don't have that. I might just buy that individually. But that is what I have on today. I'm really enjoying this lip combination, kind of rediscovered it. The last couple of days, I've been wearing just the lipstick, or the lip liner, I should say, with the gloss on top and not the lipstick. And I think it looks more pink than it does right now with the lipstick. The lipstick kind of mutes it a little bit, a little less pink. If you want a more pink lip, just do these two. Anyway, just want to point it out. It's carried at Sephora, probably carried at other places too, but on sale in the next week. And then let's get to the gifts. If you've watched me for any length of time, you know I love recommending teacher gifts. I started out my professional life as one, so I always have a soft spot for the teachers. Also, you can use these, I should say, before I get too far ahead of myself, as stocking stuffers or like hostess gifts, or like if you need a bunch of little gifts for friends, buy sets of things. So in particular, the Origin set of mini masks, the Peter Roth set of mini masks, there's the Laneige lip sleep masks. I think those are all sets of 5. You can buy all of those and then break them apart and do, one Origin mask, one Peter Roth mask, one Laneige mask, put it in a cute little cellophane gift bag and make a great stocking stuffer, a great teacher gift, great gift for friends at work, girlfriends, neighbors, what have you, any beauty lover that you know, that would be great. Also, the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Kit was another major bestseller, would sell it all the time. It has the hair scent, it has 2 sizes of the lotion, I believe, and a shower gel, all in that Boom Boom scent that is just divine. That set all by itself would make a nice gift for someone. Yes, I'm looking down at my list because I don't want to forget anything. Oh, also there are 2 Tarte sets that I think are fabulous. One is the Juicy Lip set and the other is a set of their blushes. Obviously, each of those by themselves would make wonderful gifts, but again, you can break those up and give one blush and one juicy lip balmy thing, together in a small bag. They don't line up. There are 4 of the lip balms and 5 of the blushes. So just pick what blush you love the best and keep it for yourself. Not kidding on that one. And then the other last little gift that I wanted to recommend, again, sold out last year when it was offered at Nordstrom. I'm excited to see they brought it back. It's a limited edition little bauble from Silk, and it is a set, I believe, of 3 of their mini silk scrunchies. They're not the big giant 90s versions that I don't think anyone should leave the house in personally. They are the really tiny, thin ones that you can easily wear, to put your hair up in a ponytail. And I love silk scrunchies because they do not leave dents in your hair. They're fabulous. The last thing I want to recommend is very, very mundane and kind of boring, but I get asked all the time what I recommend to clean my brushes. So these 2 together would make a great gift for a beauty lover that needs this. This might be just a gift to myself. So for my brushes, I use the Cinema Secrets liquid makeup brush cleaner. It's insanely good. There is nothing better on the market. But cleaning your beauty spongers, beauty blenders is really, really tough. That isn't gonna work on it. And I've tried every other method recommended on the internet. And the one I keep coming back to and I'm run out of, so I'm putting this on my wish list too. My wish list is getting bigger and bigger, is the Beauty Blender Solid Pro Cleanser. I'm very specific. I've tried all of their versions. It's the one in the black tub. It's not the charcoal one. It's the Solid Pro Cleanser. There's nothing better to use to clean your beauty blenders or any beauty sponge than that, and obviously will also work really well on brushes. I use them both for specific reasons. You can definitely use the Beauty Blender Solid to clean your brushes as well, but what I like about the Cinema Secrets just that much better on a brush is that your brush will dry within seconds, if not minutes, whereas if you use the Beauty Blender, you have to get your brushes wet, then you have to soap them up, then you have to rinse them again, so it's gonna take them overnight or longer to dry. Those are my recommendations and my increasingly huge wish list for the Sephora Beauty sale. Again, this doesn't mean you have to shop that sale. Be sure to check the description box for alternative places to check out to see if anyone else is offering all of these at some sort of discount. And just a heads up, throughout this month, I have a couple more sponsored videos. This one isn't, that are focused on where you can get some good deals because that's kind of important these days. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. I loved hanging out with you. I'm getting excited to do a little shopping myself. Can't wait to share my haul with you later. Thanks for hanging out. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any more recommendations for this holiday season. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.